Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to our first podcast of 2018, World League podcast. I'm Sam, and with us, as usual, we have Rob. How's it going, Rob?
Fantastic, Sam. How are you?
Pretty good. Great to be back in our fantasy league. So, hey, Rob, let's run down Conference 1 here real quick. High rollers. Let's go with high rollers.
We're gonna try to give everybody about a minute and a half tops. Right?
Yep.
Let's roll it, and I am on his roster. All right.
Yeah. Tom Brady and Cam Newton, great QBs. Todd Gurley was obviously the first pick right there. What do you think, Rob? It was good.
And Brady and Newton don't do much for me. I'm sure he took them late. The running backs are pretty good. Todd Gurley, obviously, looking at the number 3 spots, looking real strong right there. Consensus number 1. Dalvin Cook jumping back. Coleman, that's a rock solid running back position there. Wide receivers, man. I'm looking for a name there. I guess I got Keenan Allen, but I'm not feeling that good if I got Crabtree and Josh Gordon rolling out there. But his defense is ridiculously strong. I mean, Newton and Brady are pretty good there. I think I might have underestimated that one a little bit when I looked at it there. So I'm sure he probably got those guys at decent value areas.
Yes.
Running backs really strong, obviously did that. Wide receivers, kind of mediocre. I mean, but, you never know. Mike Evans might have a bounce back year there with whoever's quarterbacking this year.
Yeah, I mean, the Hard Knocks curse was last season, so this season he should bounce back from that. You know what I mean?
Well, once it gets past the suspension and all that, and it's and so now that the curse is over, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can just resume being not very good, right?
Yes, exactly.
All right, but May's got a functional team there. It's good. I mean, you got to love the running backs, and they were, as we're going to find throughout here, at a premium.
Yep. Let's go to the next team, TB12 the Great, which I assume stands for Tom Brady and his number 12.
Yeah, I was. The best thing about that team is I found that logo. Well, I mean, let's go. Nolan liked his draft pretty good, which is a second-year player here, jumping up in here. So Deshaun Watson and Carson Wentz looks, you got some injury concerns there, but those guys could just light it up. That's pretty nasty as far as high-end potential once the season gets going, right?
Yeah, and yep.
Jerick McKinnon, he's probably going to tear it up. I got him for about 15 touchdowns this year, right, Sam? I mean, coming out of the backfield, he's going to do the Evan Coleman, the whole bit over there, right? And so it should be good there.
Correct. That's one of the things we need to talk about that went on in the NFL this week. So Jerick McKinnon.
Well, I mean, I kind of question what his true ceiling was anyway, but he was going to be one of those guys that's, I think, way more important to the team than he was going to be to fantasy.
Yeah.
Although he was definitely going to be a rock. I mean, you got to figure number 3. But that's okay. He's got Duke Johnson to carry him through, so he's pretty good there.
Duke Johnson, I mean, Jay is questionable, injuries, but
he's got a lot of cues that I'm looking at right now. I'm thinking Jerick McKinnon's probably not questionable. So wide receivers, this is. That's it's a pretty good group, right?
Who was his first pick? Who do you think was his first pick on the receiver? Who was his first receiver? I can't think of which one. Do you think it was Gronk?
I'm assuming it's Michael Thomas, probably.
Oh,
right?
Michael Thomas. I guess I don't. I can't tell you. Sorry.
But those guys are all that whole. Watkins, I think, is going to be better than his numbers in the past. But then we've said that about Watkins numerous times. But all those guys are can play up to be no worse than outside of Doxson. I mean, how much can you expect out of a Washington wide receiver? But most of those guys can play up to be, questionable number 1s, high-end number 2s on a lot of weeks. And Michael Thomas, obviously, can be huge. And we're going to get to that quarterback in a minute, but I think we might see a little something more out of Minnesota. That's my guess. And then Falcons and Rams. Falcons, I assume, God, I'm hoping the Rams were his first pick on defense. So that's just alphabetized it. So this is a solid draft, though. He's going to hit you with those quarterbacks. I think that's the plan. Obviously, the running backs are a problem. And and was made a bigger problem by Jerick McKinnon going out. So they're going to be hard to find.
Yes.
So but I like it. It's a good draft.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll hit that waiver wire, and replace McKinnon here pretty soon. But yeah, quarterbacks wise, both coming out of injuries, so we'll see how that does.
Well, it's obviously huge there, but and Wentz, they're gonna slow walk him in. So
yeah.
I mean, Deshaun Watson, if he looks like he did last year, I think a lot of teams are gonna be excited. So
yeah,
all right,
so
let's move on to my man, the bag of the bat.
The bag of the bat. Rodgers with Jimmy Garoppolo at QB. Rodgers is a solid QB. Signed that big old contract. So yeah, definitely the number one. I think, Rob, I don't know about you, but I think Rodgers was the number one QB coming out of the fantasy draft this season.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously he did. He took him at the 6th pick, right? So it's 5th or 6th pick, but we haven't got to you yet.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Rodgers hasn't played like the number one in 3 years, and he's obviously been hurt a lot.
He was hurt last season.
That team
yes.
Down. So, and he's been hurt quite a bit. I mean, and that division just got stronger on defense yesterday. So,
yep.
I don't know. Jimmy Garoppolo, I mean, I got him. Let's be real. The running backs are terrible.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And, and Tay's a big boy, and I mean, if I will be nicer about his team than he was to me about his team that particular evening. So we specifically kept the waiver wire closed through this week so Tay could not drop this whole team. He's got to live with this mess for at least one game, dude. So,
yeah.
His receivers are okay. DeAndre Hopkins, obviously, with the shot out there, should be big. Funches, could be a pretty good player. Marvin Jones could be a pretty good player.
Juju could be good.
Yeah, I just never put a lot of faith in anybody named Juju. Okay,
yeah.
I mean, it's just, call me crazy. And there you go. So he's got the Lions and the Packers. So I assume Tay's team's going to look quite a bit different here. But like I said, he's got to live with it for 1 week. What do you think, Sam?
No, I agree. I agree with you. His running backs isn't that strong.
Man, you're nice.
Exactly. Yeah, his running back isn't that strong. So we'll see. Like Tay, like myself, is probably waiting for those waiver wires to open up. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, and, I always kind of like to take my opportunities to bag on Tay, whenever I have the chance, because, we don't get an awful lot of chances, so it's have a little fun while we can. He's obviously a league favorite and a hell of a damn player.
Yeah.
So it's he just told me, I mean, I've had drafts like that, too. He just told me no rhythm, man. It just seemed like he couldn't get it. I mean, I had one like that last year. I'm just like, dude, this isn't working. It happens, man.
Yep.
Anyway, moving on.
Right.
Heart Foundation.
The Heart Foundation. Lots of Q's there, Rob. Lots of Q's.
Well, yeah. I mean, but he's got a team similar to mine with better quarterbacks. So I love this draft.
Yeah.
Personally, Kirk Cousins. I mean, I think that whole Minnesota team could be like just dominant this year. The only thing you got to worry about is that defense is so good that they can just sit back later in games, right?
Yeah,
and that could bring their passing numbers down. But Cousins is, I mean, dude, he should be legit, right?
Yeah, I mean, what he did, I mean, the numbers he put up at Washington, I mean, yeah. He should let's see if he can do it.
And you give him Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen and Dalvin Cook and all this, and I mean, this is an upgrade in every capacity over what he had in Washington.
Yes.
So it should be huge.
Yes, and I know you're not big on rookies running back. What do you think about Saquon Barkley there?
Well, I mean, you got to like it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's a rookie running back you're going to go with.
Yeah.
I'm not totally against rookie running backs. I don't like him as the number one pick myself because I know we've got history right now that dictates that, obviously Ezekiel Elliott came out tearing it up, and then I would just bounce right back, and on that same team you got Melvin Gordon, and he's finally gotten it going, but it was not in the first or really second year, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, same kind of situation. I know Saquon Barkley was a great college talent, and he's, in a pretty good situation up there, but, the quarterback's still, shite, and the
line, too. I mean, that's, that blocking line, we'll have to see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, but I mean, it's, we'll see how it plays out. He's got himself covered, by the way. I mean, I like Gordon, I like Henry a lot, and I don't care about Deion Lewis signing there.
Yeah,
that's fine, and he's decent at wide receiver too, really. Amari Cooper bounce back. I don't know. It's a good draft.
With the Raiders' defense getting weaker, I mean, Carr's gonna be throwing a lot, so Amari Cooper's numbers could go up more if he can catch the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if Derek Carr bothers to actually run forward occasionally, because the last time I remember Derek Carr, he was sprinting desperately away from the Philadelphia Eagles defensive front.
Yeah.
So. I don't know, man. That team smells like a 2-3 win team.
Oh, would sound good to a Broncos fan right there.
Oh, well, it sounds good to a Chiefs fan until you figure they'll get one of those wins against the Broncos and one against the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
It's like, no!
All right, let's go over to the other division here, Kelly Panthers. Drew Brees, strong in QB, Drew Brees and Jared Goff.
Yeah, hold on. I got to click into it, actually.
Oh, yeah. Help me click into it.
I'm there. Well, Breeze and Goff, the old man and the young man, so. Le'Veon Bell, McCaffrey. McCoy's that's a guy. We probably get to talk about someone like that. He's an interesting player to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does he have anything left in the tank? I mean, he's got the legal problems.
Is he playing? Yeah, is he going to play?
I mean, is that team going to be good? Is it good enough? McCoy's a hell of a talent, man. I mean, he has been consistent, but, but he's got Le'Veon, so that should cover it. I think he's going to play.
Yeah, no, I
don't see why.
Yeah, I think he has solid running backs. And,
he does, and the wide receivers are solid, too. It's again, we have pretty much this year we have a lot of good drafts, honestly. It's tough, you got a bunch of other teams that know what they're doing too, but this isn't, maybe, I don't know. Let's see if you can get some home run hitters out of there. Odell, Le'Veon are big guys. We'll see.
Let's go to the new guy, Adrian, Autumn Wind. Let's run down his draft for you. He's new, guys, so, the draft rules might be a little different from where he used to come from, right? And it shows on how many tight ends he got.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that whole gig there with the tight ends in this league, man. I think sometimes that they think that, I don't know, man. I've seen that mistake a few times, but, Travis Kelce, kind of hard to argue about. Kyle Rudolph, but, I don't even know who Jack Doyle is, and I don't really care. And it's, Golden Tate and Stephon Diggs are decent, but it's, yeah. What do you think, Sam? I'm the commish. I have to be nice to everybody.
Yeah, no. I think if you don't have the top three tight ends, Gronk, Kelce, Ertz, maybe, I don't know, maybe the Panthers, Greg Olsen. I think after that, there's no use getting a tight end, in our league. You know what I mean? If you don't have those guys.
Well, hold on. I remembered who I was, dude. I have to be equally mean to everybody. So
you
got Ezekiel. That's pretty big, and Mixon. Running backs aren't too bad. James White. He's never going to set your world on fire, and Cleveland. I still don't see anything there.
Yeah.
Roethlisberger, Ryan. They are what they are. They could be great.
Hold on, Rob. Cleveland, you don't see. They went 3-1 in this preseason. Come on, Rob.
Oh yeah.
Cleveland.
You're right. My bad, dude. So when I did
Hard Knocks.
Fantasy, I won my fantasy preseason league with a bunch of Cleveland Browns. You're right, dude.
Come on, Hard Knocks, baby.
Maybe we'll carry over, dude.
But anyway,
a shared running back situation there.
But Adrian, welcome. Welcome to the league, Adrian. Please get familiar with the waiver wires, because that's going to come up soon, and everybody complained about the first week. So please get familiar with that waiver wire before it happens.
And everybody last year, refamiliarize yourself with it. It's weird. So
yeah,
okay,
it is. Yes.
Moving
on. Our buddy Wolfpack here, who hosted the draft. Let's see what he got, Rob.
Well, first of all, he's got the most kick-ass moniker in the whole league now. When I found Stevie's Panther things, I had to change it over just to try to put stuff out there. He responded to me a text. He goes, "This is really cool. I wish I had one like that." It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. So I went out and I found the wolf giving the devil side, dude. I mean,
there you go. There you go.
I love it, dude.
And guys, you guys can change your own logos, okay? You don't have to request the commissioner to do that. You can do that yourself too, in your profile settings, please. If you're not happy with whatever, I think Rob did a great job. If you're not happy with whatever, you can definitely change it yourself, guys, please. Don't bother Rob. All right?
I don't care. I was just bored that afternoon, so there we go. So we know he's got the best logo in the league, so let's break down this mess of a team. So,
yes.
He has the quarterbacks again, Rivers and Russell. Wilson. I mean, they're decent, right?
Yeah.
Rivers got talent. He'll get his numbers. He's had a penchant for interceptions recently. Russell Wilson, I'm looking over here at those 460 2017 points. I don't think he's going to get 460 points in our league this year, Sam. No. I mean, call it a hunch, dude.
No. That team is breaking out free agency, man.
He has so he has Devontae Freeman and Kareem Hunt, which is both reasonably solid, but he also has Peyton Barber and Marshawn Lynch.
Yes.
That's not encouraging.
No.
Julio Jones, Alshon Jeffrey, who I had no idea he was going to be out for 2 weeks. I'm bummed about that. Tyreek Hill, obviously home run hitters. It's a middle. To me, it looks like a middle-of-the-road team. What do you think, Sam?
Yeah. I mean, Demaryius Thomas with the new QB there in Denver, he could surprise you. Todd probably thinking Dan Bailey still played for the Cowboys. Maybe that's why he picked him up.
Well, he still did play for the Cowboys in the draft, man. You can't do anything about that. His best-case scenario here is Tyreek Hill and Julio Jones both keep. Julio Jones bounces back. Tyreek Hill keeps doing his home runs.
Yeah. With that QB there, what's his name again? Mahomes. I mean, he just wants to throw bombs. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, and that should be a benefit to Tyreek. It's just how many times can he get over on those? Those are still low percentage plays. I mean, trust me. I'm a Chiefs guy, so if he can throw that ball long ways, and he's got lots of guys that can run under him. So.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot of home run hitters on this team, Sam, honestly.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
Drafting in that position's tough, man. So.
Yeah, I agree. Well, all right, let's go to the last one in the conference, El Oso Verde.
Oh, man. I have to live with this one.
Yeah.
Mahomes, he took the high risk on it. He had 7 2017 points. Now I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he's going to exceed that this year, Sam. So
sure, I'm sure, but and I'm sure that was a very deep pick. You know what I mean? For that spot. So that's fine.
Third round, dude. Third round, Sam.
Now
we went to the third round. and Stafford's obviously a great pick there. So running backs, Fournette, Jordan Howard, Mark Ingram. He's got some more upside guys here. Ingram obviously is a concern down there with Kamara. And
what does the S stand for next to their name?
Suspended. And
he
knew he was suspended for the first 4 games. So I don't know. But sometimes I think we just draft people to just cut them anyway. So.
Yeah.
Jordan should be pretty good. I mean, he's on the upswing there, and Lamar Miller. He's got to have a bounce back in him at some point, right, Sam?
Yeah.
I don't love the running backs here, but I do like Fournette a lot.
Fournette, I think he's going to be great.
And Fournette should be really good. I do like his quarterbacks, though, and I like the wide receivers are solid. I mean, Antonio Brown. Brandon Cooks, can he – the real question there is can Goff get him the ball, man?
Yeah.
And, we're kind of – question. Edelman, he knows he's suspended too. A.J. Green, he'll get his numbers. Robinson should be all right. Chargers, Panthers, this is the number 8 slot is tough, but like we were talking earlier, the benefit of the number 8 slot is that you do get the number 1 slot in the waiver wire. And this is a good team. He's just going to need he's going to need a little love out of a couple spots there. A.J. Green, does he have anything left is the question, and can Allen Robinson bounce up there,
Yeah.
Edelman, when he gets back, will be solid, but, I mean, running with 2 suspended guys off the bat, you don't want to be 0-4 when those guys come back, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
But Fournette, Stafford, it's a good draft. It really is a pretty good draft. And Antonio Brown, I mean, I think he's down a little bit, and we'll get to him a little bit more on the other side. But I mean, come on, he's Antonio Brown. He's going to get his numbers, dude, right?
Yep, correct. Yep, and like you said, the 8th spot. I mean, he did well. I mean, he did well for the 8th spot. I mean, his running backs, like I said, besides Fournette, I mean, you know what I mean.
Well, I do like Jordan Howard. I mean, he's a nice looking player.
Oh, and if their defense just got that much more graded, they'll be running the ball more, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think Jordan Howard's he's kind of a poor man's Alvin Kamara. He's not as electric, but he's not bad, man. Put some more talent around him, and think about it too. Same coach from Kansas City last year made a kind of a middling talent in Kareem Hunt. Into kind of a star over there for a while. He didn't get a lot of touchdowns, but we'll see. So, I think there's a lot more upside on that ceiling than you think. So.
All right, cool. All right, let's go to the next conference. Let's start off with Savs over here.
Yeah, he's got a badass moniker, too. I think he made this one himself, and it's just big old Savs, dude. It just looks super cool on my screen right now. It's a big red one.
Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, Andrew Luck, Cam Newton. Yeah, I mean, I am interested to see how Andrew Luck bounces back. See how he plays. He's been out for 2 years.
Yeah, well, off and on, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be interesting there.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see.
I'm curious on that too.
Good running backs, good solid running backs.
Well, let's talk longer about Jordan Howard, Sam. I mean, we didn't talk about him enough on Nolan's picks, so let's go on for another 5-6 minutes on that one. Todd Gurley, we're going to bounce around this one because we talked a lot of the same guys. So this is my division, so I might as well kind of just break it down. We were there. Let's kind of give him more grades. Quarterbacks, obviously, he didn't have them at a premium there. Luck and Cam Newton. Running backs are real solid. I give him a B there. Todd Gurley picks it up. Wide receivers are nice. Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, Mike Williams. He's, Jesus, man, Jaime knows his stuff, dude. I'm not going to sit here and second guess him because, I got to play him twice, and he knows his stuff. So and he's a lot like Tay, man. I mean, it's these teams. It's almost silly to even freaking, He had a nice draft out of the number 1 spot. He's got his guys.
He did.
But he's gonna sit where these guys really shine is they work the wire, man. And it's like, and they just find value. And I mean, I applaud them for it. They're, it's not like I don't try, but they've been beating me as the last couple of years. So
I definitely agree. I think he has a solid team. All the offensive positions. So yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got a couple home run guys there. He's got Todd Gurley. He's got Julio Jones, Michael Thomas. I mean, these guys can blow up, and obviously the Chargers and even the Panthers still. You're not going wrong with that. So it's a nice team. Good draft. Yeah.
All right, let's go to your team, the Gang Green. Jimmy Garoppolo and Jared Goff. The weakest. You don't have the strongest. I don't say weakest, but you don't have the strongest QB, Rob. How do you feel about your QBs?
Well, obviously, I think my QBs are the strength of my team, Sam. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I moved in, I think it was the 2nd and the 4th round kind of guy, so I had a pretty good series. So I give myself an A+ there. Actually, I'm sorry, I meant to put a 1 in front of it. The quarterback thing did not work out for me that night. So it kind of fell down to where you're like, well, I guess I don't care anymore.
Well, I mean, okay, let's see.
I'll be streaming quarterbacks this year.
Let's say if you don't have the top 3 or 4 elite QB, everything else is middle tier, you just decide to wait, right? But then even all the middle tier started going away, right, Rob? I mean, that's what you're thinking.
The kind of disappeared on me kind of quickly there. I was a little surprised that it went that way, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't value quarterbacks as high.
Sure.
I don't want to give away my draft strategy. Garoppolo's got upside. Jared's got upside. I have no idea if either of these guys are doing good. Trust me, I wish I had Stafford. I wish I had Cousins. They both went for me where I was going to move on him coming back, but it didn't work out. And that's how it goes. And so, you just kind of, you change strategy on the fly, dude. And so I got Garoppolo and Goff. It's not awesome.
That's fine. That's fine.
I will give myself a C just because I got him in late rounds. So anyway, and fortuitously, they're not on bye in the same week because I put absolutely zero consideration into that because I can guarantee you by the time we get to week 11 and 12, both of these guys, at least one of them will not be on my team.
Yes. Yes. Running back wise, you went for Ezekiel in the first round?
Yeah, he was the guy, I thought. I don't buy the bullshit of Des Bryant not being there and, whatnot. Des Bryant was insignificant. Jason Wynn will hurt him a little bit. Ezekiel's he's a generational talent, dude. I mean, he really is. And we all know it. So Derrick Henry, I'm way higher on than everybody else. I thought he was a great value where I got him.
I like him.
I like my running backs.
I like Derrick Henry, yeah.
Last time I remember, he was just bowling over Kansas City. Not that everybody didn't do that last year, but I mean, he showed he could do it too. And I like my wide receivers a lot.
Yeah.
So I think I got a team I think I can work with. I am obviously concerned with the quarterbacks. What do you think, Sam?
No, I think your quarterbacks are weak there. Running backs are good. Wide receivers are good. So yeah. I mean, I'm sure you'll find that waiver pickup on a good QB here soon. Something happens or whatever. But no, I think your running backs and receivers are solid.
Oh, I see myself spending probably $15 on Jimmy Garoppolo alone this year.
You gonna drop him, pick him up, drop him, pick him up.
I mean, he's just that kind of talent. Surely, who's the dude from Cincinnati? The name is escaping me right now. I'm surely he's still available, right?
See, if we don't even.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, Derek Carr, is he available? I actually almost thought about.
I think he's available. I think.
I almost thought about taking him, and then I was like, dude, I have not drinking enough tonight. So, anyway.
Let's go to the next one, straight L.A. Solid QBs. Ben Roethlisberger, Matthew Stafford. Solid running backs, too.
Fournette and Johnson are nice right there. I mean, that's a nasty one too, right?
Yeah, and I also read that Vance Johnson, the coach of Denver Broncos, said that Royce is not the starter there. I forget who the other guy is, but that's Vance Johnson. I mean, he'll say one thing and then do another thing. You know what I mean? So.
Denver has a slight history of kind of jerking you around when it comes to running backs, but Ingram's the same thing. But still, I mean, if I'm him, I'm going, yeah, whatever. I got Fournette and Johnson. I mean, so.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm that's who I'm planning on starting, guys. Even though they are on bye in the same week, I hope I get to play them in week 9.
There you go.
And wide receivers are, he's got Thielen, Marvin Jones is a good player. Again, I'm not high on Juju. Will Fuller, dude, that guy, he's one of those guys that's better than you think he is, right?
He had a few breakout games, but, he wasn't consistent. That's all I'm saying about that. But,
well, the whole Houston team fell apart last year after the Mack truck drove through there and, just injured everybody's ACL, right?
Yep.
So,
yeah.
And the Rams and the Saints, straight LA, I was in this draft over here, dude. Everybody apparently came prepared. I don't know, so it was, you get what you get. You do the best you can, man. I mean, you're not going to get everything you want. I guess this is the point where I throw it out there, too. I mean, let's keep in mind, we got, 9 champions over on our side, and the other side has Tay. Okay, so it was tough, dude.
That's what I was telling Tay. I was like, Tay, if you don't come out at least the division or conference champ over there, dude, I don't know what to tell you. And I already told him that, you know what I mean? So
it's not a knock. There's solid players over there, man. But I'm telling you, 9 combined champions, and they have Tay. So it's like it is what it is, Sam.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Golden State Heavyweight. Now, why did you pick that logo for Golden State Heavyweight, Rob?
Golden Tate Heavyweight, and he actually said he wanted that to be his name, and I was like, I'm just not going to do it. So it's I was like, the Golden Tate Heavyweight. So it's Golden Tate telling you to shut up, or be quiet. Which, Most people should tell me to shut up, so it's just how it goes. My wife does 400, 500 times a day. It's amazing. So
and you know what? Dave Coleman, he loves Phillip Rivers, man. I can't say how many times he has Phillip Rivers or Aaron Rodgers, but I took Aaron Rodgers before he could. So Phillip Rivers. And me being Broncos fans, I don't like Phillip Rivers at all. So, but he's solid. We'll see how he does. I always make fun of him because he plays in the high school stadium currently. But I'm sure he'll just run out Tom Brady. His running backs, I don't know. What do you think about his running backs, Rob?
Well, first of all, I think it's fortunate they put Phillip Rivers in a stadium that had just enough seats for all of his offspring. But we moving on to his running backs here. I don't think much about him.
Yeah.
Melvin Gordon I like. Devontae Freeman is a nice player too. He gets results, right? I like Melvin Gordon a lot. Wide receivers.
Hey, that's why you put the Golden State. That's why you put Golden Tate there, because he drafted Golden Tate.
we can't get anything by you, Sam, being that number one, I just told you why I get Golden Tate out there saying shush, and number two, we talked about it at length that evening. So, but yes, now that you caught on to the joke, Amari Cooper, unlike Tay and Savs here, this is exactly what this team will look like at the end of the year.
It could be. That's a high possibility.
It's a high
possibility. Even after an injury, you know what I mean?
Oh no, he'll keep his team functional. So all right, we'll see. He's in a tough division, man.
He is in a tough division.
Going all the way into his 60s, he's rolling, brother.
Yeah, he is. Look, tough division. You're right. Look, Savs won it. You won it. Straight LA won it before.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so that is definitely a tough division.
You nervous?
You better be nervous.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm nervous, man. These guys are tough, man.
Yeah. Let's go over to the next division. Let's go with New Denver here.
The number 2 spot, I'm kind of bored about talking about quarterbacks. Everybody except for me has functional guys out there. So, I think it'll be greatly ironic if my quarterbacks just blow it up at the end of the year. But we're not here to talk about me, Sam.
Yeah.
So they're good. I'm more interested in the running backs here. Who the hell is Rashad Penny, and why was he drafted?
He was just named that starter probably the day before.
Okay, and we have two Tampa Bay Buccaneer running backs that were taken, one on each side. That's kind of interesting. Dalvin Cook, hopefully he bounces back. Antonio Brown, Stephon Diggs, Keenan Allen, that's nice. And
good
Kelsey,
receivers.
excuse me there. Yeah, he's real strong at receiver. I don't like the running backs. I'm sure Don doesn't love them either. So it's and again, I don't even know who Ronald Jones is.
I don't know. Like you said, you don't know who Ronald Jones is. You don't know who Rashad Penny is. Yeah, I know. Right the day before our draft, I was just reading, Seattle named a starting running back who I never heard of before. Let me look up his stats.
Yeah. So but hey, Don is a huge dog lover, right? And I thought that guy was pretty cool, right? It's a little bit better than just the boring old football hat from last year. So I kind of like his moniker now.
There you go.
It's cool like Don. Now, speaking of lame-ass monikers, let's move on to Raunchy Nuggets.
Let's move on to Raunchy Nuggets, defending champion. I feel like I have to say that just for this first podcast. He's the defending champion, folks. If you did not know or remember, this guy's the defending champion. There we go. That's the only time I'm going to say it.
Okay, thank you, because I refuse to say it. So, Cousins and Wilson, nice again. Running backs, Bell, Hunt, Hyde, they're pretty solid. Pretty good, Cooks. I don't like Jordy Nelson. If Love is good, T.Y. Hilton's good. His running backs are pretty all right, though.
Yeah. Speaking of Jordy Nelson, Carr is going to throw it to either Jordy Nelson or Amari Cooper, right? And Cooper's not going to catch the balls, so it might be Jordy Nelson. I'm just
Sam, I think you are greatly overestimating the continued length of Derek Carr's NFL career as a starter. I don't think they brought in A.J. McCarron yesterday because, well, they had nobody as a backup. But I'm also thinking that there's just not a lot of faith in Derek Carr, dude. He doesn't have great accuracy. And, I mean, dude, I've said it for 2 years now. I don't think he's ever recovered from that knee injury.
Rob, Rob, he's a hometown guy. I want him to succeed, Rob, okay? I want him to
I know,
succeed.
me too. But, I mean, just go ahead and live with the fact that Fresno State put up 79 points, last night, which is more than their basketball team scored in a decade, for one. But two, I mean, even by college football standards, Sam, 79 points is bad, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord almighty, were they playing a high school team?
Yeah.
I know. Derek's a nice guy. He really is. I think he does a lot for the community and blah, blah, blah. If I didn't live in Fresno, I wouldn't give a shit. So it's he's a Raider, and, dude, that team looks like I mean, seriously, we're talking about a team that re-employed Marshawn Lynch and decided to get older at the wide receiver position with Jordy Nelson.
Yes. Nice
player, by the way. Great career. And, of course, the whole Khalil Mack debacle is, hey, that's a bad team, dude.
Yeah.
Crunchy Nuggets, however, has a pretty decent team. I think he'll be competing.
Yep, and he loved Kirk Cousins. Like I said, I think he had Kirk Cousins in just about every year. So that's fine too. But anyways,
yeah, I did think it was kind of funny. He said he was trying to recreate his fantasy team from last year. We all were like, well, yeah, that always works. So, all right. So on to we got a true master now, huh?
On to Ninja Assassin. So first pick, Aaron Rodgers. And me personally, like you said, you value running backs more than quarterbacks. I value quarterbacks more than running backs. So I went with Aaron Rodgers, and then Patrick Mahomes was like my very last pick. But
you're solid there. I mean, they're good. It's a good quarterback group.
Yeah. My running backs, I'm not in love with. I'm not in love with my running backs. I don't know, Rob. I'm trying to be humble here without sounding bad, but I'm not in love with my running backs.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
but maybe you'll grow to love them, Sam.
Let's see. I mean, it's what have you done for me lately? So we'll see if we keep him. Now, my wide receiver, Tyreek Hill, maybe it could be a 1-2 combo with Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? Jarvis Landry could be a good receiver out there.
Cleveland Browns, baby.
Dude, come on, man. Hard knocks, baby. Hard knocks. Des Bryant, he's going to sign with the team, Rob. He's going to sign with the team, and he's going to blow up for me. Watch. He has something to prove, man. Chip on that shoulder. And I picked up Dan Bailey because I thought he was on a team when I drafted him. So.
I guess we should just dwell on the Des Bryant thing here because, I mean, did your printer break? I know you're having problems with your app.
No, I had it in my mind that I was going to pick up Des Bryant as my last receiver already. Just because I thought it was like, look, if it's going to work out, it'd be a steal. If it doesn't work out, well, it's low risk. Low risk, high reward. That's what I was thinking. So I had that last receiver spot, just waiting, and then I said, oh, you know what? I'll pick up Des Bryant. So, and I heard a story from a previous year where what's his name? Revis picked up Josh Gordon and then kept on his team for 8 weeks. So I'm going to pull a Revis here.
And thank you for that segue. Just to give a shout out to my man Mark Revis there. I'll let you know we love you very much, and we're missing you this year, brother. So it's always with you
for sure.
Absolutely. Back to Des Bryant to get back to other items here. You dug yourself your own hole there. So it's, I don't know. I just, okay. I mean, I see teams are lining up to get him, so it should be pretty interesting. I grabbed him last year off the waiver wire just because I was like, look, I have the all-name team, and these guys all suck.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know, man. He must not have worked that hard at his craft. He's too young to be cracked.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, how long do I keep him for? I don't know. Do I keep him for 2 weeks if he's not playing it and then drop him, or do I drop him, later and keep him? But anyways, yeah, that's what I'm debating. So we'll see.
Okay, brother, I think you're way overthinking Des Bryant. You should never have drafted him.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. It's going to pan out, dude. Don't worry about it. It's going to pan out. Week 2,
put
Rob.
Put a league poll out there tonight. See how many people agree.
Week 2, you'll be hearing me brag about Des Bryant. Week 2. All right? All right, here we go.
He's so shitty, the Raiders won't even sign him, man.
let's go on to our last team, Rob. Degenerate bastard, Michael here. What do you think about his team?
He had a good draft. I mean, I sat right next to him. He was dialed in there. It's Deshaun Watson, Carson Wentz. I mean, he's got the same quarterbacks as Patrick on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I could rip apart Raiders all night. And I mean, if you want to do a separate call just where we rip apart Raiders all night, I mean, I'm down for that call every single week, man. But we'll skip on that. McCaffrey, he's is he going to jump up this year? That's an interesting question, right? And Jamal Williams, he's solid. The receivers is probably where he kind of falls off just a little bit, but I think he's got enough guys in here to kind of mix it in.
DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Green, but he's like you said, AJ Green's still and the old man Larry Fitzgerald.
Yep. So, and the old man Larry Fitzgerald keeps getting stats every single year, man.
Just a few games he just blows up, you know what I mean, like for a lot. Josh Gordon, who knows when, I mean, he's practicing, but who knows when he's going to come back. Julian Edelman suspended for performance-enhancing drugs, is that right, Rob?
Who's that?
Julian Edelman. Is he suspended for performance-enhanced drugs or something?
Yeah, but that whole thing sounded kind of weird and questionable. And I do apologize, Sam. I had a couple calls coming in at the same time there, so I had an interruption. So I don't mean to be like, that kind of took away from that. So.
No.
Yeah, so be back.
Yeah. So my prediction is that Des Bryant will play before Julian Edelman was. Okay, so there we go.
Yeah. So we clearly see that you have a very lousy and outdated crystal ball, Sam. Come on now.
But overall, I think he has a good team. Dude, Michael knows his stuff. You know what I mean? Every time I talk to him, he always throws up stats and everything like that. So Michael knows his stuff.
Dude, it's like, all kidding aside, every year it's the same thing. I mean, we can sit here and pick apart everybody. I mean, everybody wishes they had strengths of their team, and everybody has strengths of their team. It's just how it goes. It's, let me tell you, that draft was like precision on our side, and I'm not taking away from the other side. I wasn't in that, but dude, everybody basically was, they were moving on the fly. They were ready to go. There was no question. You would expect that. It's a very veteran side over there. It moved, so I'm looking forward to it. I like the competition. We got a bunch of good guys over there. I think we got, obviously, a bunch of good guys on the other side. It's just we got a little bit, they have a little less experience on that side outside of, obviously Cody and Kay and Stevie.
Yeah.
Getting somebody. But it's, we have a good side. So I do look forward to it.
Yep. And before we close, Rob, you want to tell them about waiver wires? When do they open?
Well, like I kind of said earlier with Tay, you got to live with these teams through the first week here. So the first waivers actually processed on Thursday, September 13th. So that's after week 1. Now, the waivers will open. You can start making your claims, obviously, or you're, making your requests at 1 a.m. Eastern time on the Tuesday. So basically after the Monday night games. It is not a first come, first serve on those. Once waivers process, you are allowed to go through till 11 o'clock on Saturdays every week this year to pick up any available free agents. That is a free-for-all. Everybody's passed through waivers, and as if you drop somebody, whether on the waiver wire or in making a free agent move, they will lock through the next week. So guys that are dropped on Thursday are unavailable to be picked up after the waiver wire closes.
Nice. So it's free-for-all on the Saturdays. Is that what you said?
for available players that were not either dropped as part of the waiver wire,
Nice.
So everybody else. So
nice.
That's a great time to go get Des Bryant.
Nice.
Have to drop him in week 2.
Nice. That's a good. You know what? I like that change of rules because some injuries happen on Thursdays or during practice, so I think that was a good change of rules there. But awesome.
Kudos to the Balduses on that one. Cody lobbied heavily for that last year, and it took me about 4 months for it to settle in, and I went, why don't we have this rule? So that's what technology brings us, Sam.
Yep, and so now that you guys know when the waivers is, please get yourself familiar with it. It's a little tricky, so everybody, even people from last year's, remember how to do that. And hey, great! It was a little long podcast, guys, but we had a lot to talk about, cover everybody's teams. It was fun talking about it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Rob, for Rob, I'm Sam. Good luck, everybody, in the first week.